A gorgeous view of the Spring Mountains surrounding the city of Las Vegas. And this is a first for all of us. We're coming to you live from the 2023 NBA Cup Championship game. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Craig, how much fun is this?
A ton, Kevin. I mean, it's the unknown that's so great. This is like a seventh game in the postseason, right? One game that decides it all, and I've really enjoyed this first ever in-season tournament. I think we have another stellar one in store for us tonight.
We'll watch the Toronto Raptors in this one as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And a litany of injuries coming into this game. A look at the list of names. Pretty daunting.
It's a long season. They're midway through, but both teams look like they're dragging themselves across the finish line. Got to find a way to catch that second win.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. The front court is McDaniels and Towns. Then it's Conley, and it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard position. And for Toronto, they've got OG Anunoby. Anthony is out there with Lowry. Then it's James. And it's Davis in at center. This is the first ever Cup Championship game. Las Vegas was picked to host. And this has become a major destination for the NBA.
Obviously, we all love to come here in July every year for Summer League, but I think it was a no-brainer for Vegas to host the first ever in-season tournament, semifinals and final. And they didn't have to twist my arm, nor yours, partner, to be here.
Now here is Lowry. Kicks it out to LeBron. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
Oh, great feed by Lowry. He'd rather pick up an assist than score a bucket.
Lowry against Conley. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And Lowry gets it to go.
I love the response from Lowry. When you drain a three on him, this guy's coming right back at you.
Conley with a wide open look. Misses the three. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Drains the three-pointer.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Here's Anunoby, and again, Toronto with the triple.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Incredibly for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Clark, the 2004 playoffs are the only time they've won a series.
You know, Kevin, with Kevin Garnett, they had a few 50-win teams and some excellent coaches. That just tells you, I think, how hard it is to win in this league.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Now here's Conley. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. McDaniels passes to Alexander Walker. 5 on the clock. Takes a three. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Outside, James. And finished off by LeBron.
That's really how LeBron prefers to finish, at full speed, driving hard and dictating the pace and keeping pressure on the defense.
Here's Alexander Walker, covered by Anthony. Towns against James. And Towns gets it to go.
They force in close. When Towns smells that rim, he goes right to it.
Lowry passes to Anthony. And the three off target. Timberwolves trail by 5. McDaniels gets to Conley. There's the three. Anthony Davis with the rebound.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Anunoby, good.
Part of the job description as a guard. But Anthony relishes the chance to get his teammates good looks.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Minnesota. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Now Davis, following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Raptors.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
You know, Towns can burn you from anywhere, especially from these in-between spots.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lowry's got 9.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And Clark, much like his pops, Cole Anthony has proven to be a skilled ball handler.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Perhaps it runs in the DNA, huh? He definitely has some strong instincts out there, and I know he got a little bit of that from you, Greg. And he does his part to help others find shots when he's not scoring himself.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Scotty Barnes comes in for LeBron. Miller's checked in for OG Anunoby. And it's Kobe White in for Kyle Lowry. Minnesota also making some changes. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince comes in for McDaniels. And Diallo subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Now here's Conley, following the miss by Scotty Barnes. A nice shot by Anderson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
A three-pointer is right on target. Anderson's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and Conley just makes the game fun. Able to shoot, but focused on also facilitating for teammates.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Medu, and Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Mike Conley. The kick out to Anderson from downtown, and another 3 for Minnesota.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Miller, no up. Timberwolves trail by 7. And there is the whistle. That goes on Kobe White. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
To the middle. Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And so it's Toronto holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back to Las Vegas. The first ever Cup Championship quarter is in the books, and they're ready for the second. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
On the court for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. Then there's Prince. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1. Kicks it out to Prince. And it's off from three-point range. Miller with the ball. Guarded now by Prince. Merciless inside. Merciless James.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
McLaughlin, and Davis sends it back. Left side Lowry. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 3 assists in the game. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And McLaughlin gets it to go.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter.
Lowry kicks to Miller. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 8. Diallo the pass to McLaughlin. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on LeBron James. One interesting note about tonight's game. Unlike the rest of the cup, Greg, this does not count towards the regular season standings.
Yeah, so each of these teams will play an extra game during the season. But, hey, you ask these guys, and they don't mind at all.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Miller, and Delano Banton's subbed in for White. The pass to Towns. From 7. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Towns has got 8 points.
Throwing that weight around. Towns with 2 bonus points there.
Trying to get open is Davis, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Raptors lead by 9.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's McDaniels. Great D that time from Davis.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Well, the NBA is investing in Africa with the Basketball Africa League. Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum said right now in Africa, sports is viewed only as competition, not as a business. What we're trying to demonstrate is that if you invest in sports, young, fast-growing population in Africa, there is a huge opportunity for high returns. Kevin?
It looks, DA, like a win-win, and we thank you for your report. Nadu, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's McLaughlin. Now recovering. McLaughlin, no good. Here's James. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Look, the physicality has always stood out with LeBron. It's been obvious, but his basketball IQ is what makes him such a special player. I mean, he sees the game like very few ever have.
And he's good on the second. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, pass to Alexander Walker. They set the pick. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far. Toronto leading by 11. Here's James. Oh, LeBron does it again.
He seems ageless at times, guys. Somehow, some way, LeBron continues to rip off these insane sequences time and time again. Remarkable.
And Davis sends it back.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And good that time.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Here's McLaughlin. Now recovering on the left block, and he connects with the jumper. Alexander Walker's got 7 points.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
Outside, Davis. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 13. Passes it to McLaughlin. There's a minute 47 left now here in the second. The kick out to Towns. three-pointers off the mark.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Outside Lowry. Fires from deep. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. Anderson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley now comes in for Jordan McLaughlin. 1:16 left to play in the first half. Here's McDaniels, and the rejection by LeBron.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, they're looking to battle back. That's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Pass to Medu. Takes it from 10. And it's Toronto with the rebound. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable, and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
LeBron's shot is good.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half of the game. It's tipped. Fast break. Here we go. James wide open. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Off the catch, LeBron not lacking confidence or hesitating.
Now here's McDaniels. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Raptors. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Carl. Impressive start for you. What's the mentality going into a game like this?
Just being aggressive. Really played well at all the first half myself. All of us are missing a lot of easy bunnies. We're missing layups for us as pros. So second half, if we make those layups, we should be fine.
And see if you stick to the script. Thanks very much, man. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Their biggest problem is they got lit up from outside. You like to think they know their opponent's tendencies, but they sure didn't act on it.
Obviously, the situation isn't going to change itself. Big adjustments need to be made for this to become a game again.
And now moving on to a topic that's relevant to both of these teams, the injury report. Let's take a look.
Well, they lose Anthony Edwards, so it's not just the point they'll miss, it's the spark he brings.
And we wish Edwards our best getting back to the floor. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Las Vegas, this city is always buzzing with excitement. What a first-ever Cup championship we've had, Greg. Only one half to go before we crown the victors of the 2023 in-season tournament. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they asked him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
We've got Davis. Lowry out there with Cole Anthony. Then it's James. And it's Anunoby in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's McDaniels. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on LeBron James. And the 28th pick in the 2020 draft, Clark. Jaden McDaniels has more than outplayed his draft position.
Yeah, you know, there were some question marks year 1 in college at UW, but you look at him now, hey, length, mobility, skill set, those are things that every team wants and needs. Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And the pass to Towns. Kicks to McDaniels. Shot from 12. And Davis sends it back.
You don't know exactly where Davis is. He's going to deny your shot, so you got to be aware of his presence.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Out to the right wing. Towns down low, working on James. And Towns throws it down.
Big Cat says, take that.
Raptors leading by 22. Pass to Anthony. From the arc. That shot off the mark. Anthony's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Anthony against Conley. Throws it up high. It's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's just a savvy move by Anthony Davis. I mean, caught the defense off balance and was able to draw the contact.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Remember, tonight does not count towards the regular season standings. Greg, do you expect the coaches to empty their benches?
Yeah, this one is out of hand, so you probably start the 4th with your best 5. If they can't cut the lead down, probably rest your starters and start focusing on the regular season.
And Barnes. Sends it back. Anthony, the pass to Davis. Shoots over McDaniel. And the Raptors miss again.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. He does not lack for confidence. And he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Shot from the wing. It's good from Barnes on the assist by Anthony. 6 points for Scotty Barnes.
Having a scorer's mindset, but Anthony also has to keep others involved. That's a really good pass there.
Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
And Anthony's got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Over Conley. Anthony's shot is off.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And the Raptors making a change here. Adams checked in.
It's always a party with your north side crew.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Towns in the corner. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Low block shot on the way. It's good. 7 points for Conley.
And Cat remains an excellent passer at his position. Outstanding at seeing the floor and finding teammates.
Tucker can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 20. McDaniels passes to Conley. And the dunk by Towns.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Conley with it. He's against Tucker. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
White, good.
Yeah, under control. White has those short, quick strides.
Conley against Anthony.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah.
I tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, load management is among the new buzzwords around the league. Now, Adam Silver says maybe on top of your typical guaranteed contracts, some incremental money should be based on number of games played and results of those games. That's how most industries work. Kevin, we've seen changes with that. The league now mandates 65 games played during a season to qualify for most individual awards.
David, I'm a fan of it. It's a step-by-step process, but they've got to do something. It looks like they are. Thanks so much for the report. Ahead, here's Henderson, and finished off by Anderson.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Adams, the pass to Anthony. That three off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 20. Pass to Conley. 9 feet out. Anderson kicks to McDaniels. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the best at the end.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. LeBron's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Miller comes in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Kobe White. Minnesota also making some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for McDaniels. Prince comes in for Alexander Walker. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Mike Conley.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Raptors leading by 19. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Lowry can't get it to go. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Henderson. Miller grabs the miss. The Raptors have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Adams, the pass to Lowry. Back to Adams. Miller kicks to Lowry. Outside Anthony. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Raptors running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
Folks, this is NBA history. The final quarter of the 2023 NBA Cup, crowning the inaugural champ in Vegas tonight. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. They've got Anderson. He's out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Taurean Prince is out there with Hamidou Diallo. And it's McLaughlin in at the point. Hey, Greg, even by modern big man standards, Karl Anthony Towns can really shoot the three.
Yeah, and the only center to win a three-point shooting contest. Towns has developed a terrific stroke, and he just shoots the ball as well as most of the guards in our league.
Looks like we know who's lifting the trophy tonight, Greg. What a dominant Cup championship from them.
I tell you, they are leaving zero doubt in this version of the Cup. They've been the dominant team by far, and boy, have they played an incredible game tonight.
Here's McLaughlin. Now recovering. And the dunk by Prince.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that there.
There's Miller with the three. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Toronto. Anunoby, good.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Watanabe's checked in for Davis. P.J. Tucker comes in for OG Anunoby. White, he's checked in for Anthony. And Delano Banton's subbed in for Kyle Lowry. The Timberwolves also with a sub. That's who's checked in for Taurean Prince. Tucker can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And finished off by Anderson.
Well, I tell you what, the big guy knows how to do that. Throw it down.
Raptors leading by 23. Here's Benton. Hands it from downtown.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the 4th period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Benton with the rebound. Toronto, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. White, good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here is Anderson. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. The kick out to Towns. Hits the three-point bomb. Towns has got 6 in the quarter.
One of the all-time shooting bigs. Towns is a marksman from deep.
White bounce pass. And here's Miller outside. Buries it from three-point range.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
McLaughlin, rebound by the Raptors.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Watanabe passes to White. Toronto working the ball around now. Tucker finds Miller. No good from outside.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Adams, he's checked in for Watanabe. Minnesota also making some changes. McDaniels, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Alexander Walker comes in for Diallo. And Mike Conley subbed in for Jordan McLaughlin. McDaniels passes to Alexander Walker. And he gets it to go.
A really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Right side, White. Baseline J on the way. Miller with another miss. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Outside Conley. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's White missing. Minnesota shooting a pedestrian 36% in the 4th quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Conley into the lane.
And, you know, Conley developed great vision in terms of the floor, and that allows him to spot an open teammate.
Raptors shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Good on the three-point shot. White's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Raptors.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Here's Medu. Off with the layup. Toronto shooting and hitting almost everything here in the 4th, up around 58% from the field. Tucker finds Adams. From about 19 feet, shots good by Miller. Miller's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Conley, and he uses the glass on the layup.
It does a lot for Conley's overall game when he's attacking. He wants to give the D more to worry about than just passing and shooting.
Pass to Banton. Over Conley. Open jump shot off the mark.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
The pass to Alexander Walker. Conley feeling it out. Clock at 4. Rebounded by Tucker. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Back to White. Shot on the wing. Can't get it to fall. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Well, we have crowned our first champion of the season. This in-season tournament added another layer of excitement, Greg, to the NBA calendar. What a success.
Oh, man. It has been really entertaining as well. I really enjoyed the games this year. What an addition this has been to the schedule.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Anthony, an impressive win, and it seemed like a collective effort out there tonight.
Guys come in and stepped up and played tremendously, so I just go out there and play, with all my energy and everything I had in me and leave it out on the floor, and I'm glad we got the win.
Hey, Anthony, thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you, man.
Much appreciated, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As New Balance presents our player of the game, LeBron James.
Know what's the deal when she see who texting me.